if you're doing many businesses, you'll not be available all the time. So what you can't do, you get a professional for that area, so that you're even able to do other things. So they will do it perfectly, and I also believe in working with people who are much better than me. So that ile shule si kumalizia juu ya biashara, wanaleta hiyo technology, wanaleta hiyo masomo kwa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're watching us from. It's yet another day and time that we come back to you. Very excited, happy to be in front of you. Wow, last week was amazing, and I can encourage you, if you've not watched, kindly go back and watch last week's show. We were hosting our CEO, Wema Tv, and she's taking us through a journey, an interesting, wonderful journey. We didn't even scratch the surface on that show, and had to get her back on this show to continue from where we started. And man, I can assure you, I'm excited, and I can assure you it's a wonderful, wonderful show that I look forward to. Karibu sana.
Asante.
For the sake of the viewers that were not there last time, that didn't watch us last time, we're encouraging them to go back. Kindly introduce yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
My name is Grace Kiboi. I am a mother of 4, Peace, Precious, Prince, Peden, and Pesot, married to James Kiboi. And I am a businesswoman, co-director Wema Tv, Mwanjari Investments Limited, a real estate company. TMX is a logistics company, technology company, and I'm a Christ ambassador. And I love the Lord.
Amen.
Yes.
Karibu sana. Karibu sana. So, just to recap, last week you told us about you were employed, and then a fellow teacher gives you an idea of how to download papers, and you did not only see papers, you saw an opportunity of making money, and you're selling the same papers at 2,000 each.
Yes.
Your salary is 6,000. You actually were getting even more money than your salary.
Yes.
And then we were at that point that you have had the Lord. Everything around you is telling you it's comfortable.
Yes.
You know that your husband, there's an alcohol bill that is coming up, so you cannot look up to your husband.
Yes.
Where you are working is very comfortable, and God has told you this is the time to step into this vision of Mwanjari Investment. Your pastor told you, wacha nikaombe tena. God has not spoken to you. So you're in this particular space, and viewers, I said, if you've not watched that show, please go back and watch last week's show. So I want to ask you, now that you're stepping into a vision, was this your first vision?
Wow.
Oh, okay. Or you can continue telling us about Mwanjari, but you can even take us back. Was this your first vision? Because you see, if you're stepping into a vision, an idea that you had of land, you looked at how your dad used to have acres and acres of land. You're in Nairobi. You're wondering how can someone stay in a very small piece of land, and you're looking at how now to an idea of getting a big chunk of land and monetizing the same. And you've gotten a partner, and now here you are. You want to step into this. You actually took money from the Shylock. I think you said that.
Yes.
Sasa awogopi to step into this vision. Okay, fine. Had it not, was this your first idea? So that ukwe sasa ama ulikuwa umelearn from other ideas, or?
I would say business ideas for me. Actually, for me, a business idea, like making money, started when I was very young.
Wow.
It started when I was very young.
Would you mind taking us back?
I've just remembered when I was like, uko hata class 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
I've remembered there's a way we used to have in Nyandarua. That time we were selling pyrethrum. So watu walikuwa nakuja kuchuna maua, seeds, and then they are paid. And because it's in our house, my dad hata hakuwa anataka nitoke. They would expect me to sleep, and other people come to harvest. They pay them. Me, I would wake up and tell my dad, I want to go like other children. I want to go. Chune, yes, and you pay me like them.
Wow, your dad will not tell your partner?
You know, he expected me to sleep. So I think he saw something in me. So I would go, compete with the other children. I come, I get paid.
Munapima, ukipima zao when they are measuring theirs, you also weighing yours.
And then I go and buy mom skari, ama majani, depending on how much I have made. So actually my first few coins I remember making was from my dad's shamba.
So, wewe umelala, unaona opportunity. Watoto wengine given that opportunity, they would sleep. But wewe unaona no.
Unaona those people are making money. You don't know them, they are from poor families. Or maybe hata your pesa ndio food ndio kila kitu. But me, my dad anashanga, why would I wake up me? But now, because they used to do it very early in the morning. Wakati kuna a lot of chill kabisa, freezing. Nyandarua is very cold. Actually,
yeah, I know.
Then it was very cold. So asubuhi na mapema ndio hiyo pyrethrum isiharibike. We used to pluck very early in the morning. So they used to find, instead of kuniamsha and I'm the last born and daddy's girl.
Why love the money so much?
I don't know how that I think I was just born
loving money.
Because actually it's not really loving money, because even when I do that, I don't keep it. I would still buy things for my mom. So I wouldn't say it's like I love the money to come and keep. It's just like an idea of working hard for myself, getting something for myself, not wanting to be given, like to be.
What I kulala when others are sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I started making my first few coins.
Standard 1, 2.
Yes.
Uko. Wow.
So by the time I'm going to high school, and then was selling biscuits.
What have you not done?
Okay.
So how do you come up with this idea? Because you see the other kids who some I believe who think the same.
Yeah.
There is competition, I believe. Ama, how do you beat your competition?
Okay.
In high school?
Like in high school, actually, as we had said last time, some things are risky. Because like in high school, I was the Catholic Association cheerleader.
Okay.
So sometimes I would even fear, ama natafuta mtu tunauza naye, mimi niko chini ya maji. But somehow I wanted to make money.
Man, you and money mnapendana.
Somehow I just wanted to make money.
You know, there is one of my shows I was saying, kuna watu wanaonanga pesa inawaonanga. Inaona wakikamu, inapiga kona. So you are the type wanaonanga pesa zinakuonanga, they come running to you. Wow. So you look for someone else sells it for you.
Yeah, if I'm fearing like the risk is too much and all that. But it reached a point now in that school. It reached a point everybody was either buying or selling. Actually, the letter that was written by the principal, she said she will not suspend anybody. She wrote a letter to every parent. She said, I will not suspend anybody because if your daughter was not selling,
they were buying.
They were creating a good market. For the other one.
Thanks to you.
Yeah.
When ndio ulikuwa umeleta hii mambo ya kununua na kuuza. Wow. This is high school. And you're influencing the whole school to buy and sell.
Yeah.
So hamkususpendiwa.
Hatukususpend.
So now when the letter came, you're free to now.
Yeah, but I think also the reason somehow I get, even if I have an idea, I have people who are coming to sell. There's a way I socialize with people. Because without people, it's hard to make money. So you can use it in a good way. or in a bad way. Because like that time, because I was very young, I also, and I was very sharp. I was still a good, I was an A student.
Okay.
I remember that, I have remembered something I did which was wrong. I was doing exams for our, I was in Form 3, I was doing exams for... I was
suspecting some of these things you must have done.
You know that they were cancelled for exams.
From
111 students. Exams were cancelled. They were not paying me. Hiyo ni hiyo sasa ya kuwa tu.
Oh, CSR.
Because I'm
corporate social responsibility.
Because I am a good, I'm an A student in maths. It makes uko nasema socialize with people somehow. It makes me I'm connecting how when I start something
you look at people
will still come because I have socialized with them when they needed help, maybe I was there. So unapata if I'm selling the biscuits na ni mimi na wasaidianga na mads utakosaje kununua.
Wow. So in other words, you're motivating them to support your business,
but actually
by doing an exam for them.
It's not really like intentional. I was so young, I didn't even really understand.
And the brain is a money brain.
Sikuwa naishika in that way, but I realized because of having a lot of friends, if I'm selling something, your friends are the ones who start
marketing
buying.
For you.
Yeah, they buy, they refer friends. Like even land when I started, I just started with my friends. They started buying, they referred their friends. That's how we grew. So somehow you may even have an idea, but if you're not, you need to also respect people, keep relationships, respect relationships. Like Kuyu say, I don't know ido.
People, Greek to mean people. People are things. Okay.
Like you get wealth out of people.
Out of people, yeah.
So relationships really matter.
So did you say that you had a whole examination cancelled for 111 students?
The paper was saying 111 students in Nyandarua County are hanging in balance.
I hope Matengi is not watching.
Why? And I'm in Form 3. I am doing exams
for Form 4. You are that bright. Wow.
When I look at that, I just feel, sometimes I feel...
But don't you see God had blessed you with such a good mind that you can do an exam for a Form 4 when you're in Form 3?
I did a mistake in maths. 2 times 2, 22. They copied.
All of them?
Yes.
Lakini wow. Anyway. Okay.
I know some of them are watching, so don't.
Sorry, we will not say. Sorry. Okay. Back to the business.
Yeah.
Now you're in high school. You're making money. You're creating. You're doing CSR. Doing exams for people who become your market, and then they are referrals.
Yeah.
You know, this is the art of business, of making money. You started alone. Then you got other people to do business for you. Your principal has already said it's a good thing. Either they are buying or doing business. Any market, free market. Watu watafanya biashara.
No, alisimamisha. No, she didn't approve it. She said she was to suspend the people who started. But akasema, unless suspend the whole school.
Oh, because you're either buying
or selling. So she wrote a letter to the the parents akawaambia watu kataze sisi wote, but hakuna mtu atafukuza.
Lakini ring leader. Should we say when ndio ulikuwa ring leader?
Hata sasa mimi hata wangu tu wange nitoa ring leader because
ulikuwa unatumia watu wengine. Okay. Anyway,
so after that high school, the first thing I was wondering, how do I make money?
After high school.
So nilienda nikafanya some computer packages. Nikatafuta job. I got employed in Olkalau. There was a new supermarket. Ilikuwa inaitwa Jama supermarket. It's still there now, even Naivasha. So that was the first job I got. But kama sijaenda sana, we had some issues. I was fired.
In the supermarket?
And sasa niko nashindwa, how do I, because I have now started even paying my rent, food. So I told myself...
This is immediately after high school?
Wow. So I remembered nilikuwa nimesikia my sister-in-law they were living in Kerugoya saying that huko kuna biashara za mchele. I overheard when she had visited. So nikamwambia I want to come, we do
biashara ya mchele.
But she had already started doing it. So I realized she's selling, yes, but sikuwa na somehow nilikuwa tu nimekuja kutembea. So we sell during the day ama watu wenye watakuja. Then jioni we go somewhere. Hapo Kerugoya Stadium there is a place where they used to put a lot there was a soko kind of. So my sister-in-law used to anaweka mchele hapo. And then naona matunda ziko hapo, people are really buying. So mchele tunakaa sana bila kuuza. But naona fruits people are selling a lot. So nikajiuliza hapa na kujanga kuangalia biashara zikiendelea hivi. Because you see now I'm not in the business. I'm very new, nimekuja. Nimeanza kufuata how my sister is doing.
You're surveying.
But I'm not, yes.
Because you had interest in biashara ya mchele.
But I realized these people are selling fruits more. So nikaanza kuuliza, where do you get these fruits? You get them from Karatina market. Like how much do you buy?
Yani umefuata mchele, after kufuata mchele bado unafuata matunda.
Nimeona mchele haina market.
Wow.
Mchele tunarudi nayo tunaikula sapa. Nikaona hapa. So I started talking to women there. I realized hapa ndio pesa iko.
Kwa nini fruits.
So they told me they go there at 5 wanakuanga Karatina market. So one day nilienda huko Karatina market. 5. Nikaona huku the sales vile wanauza huko na vile wanauza. So nikaona mimi sitaki kukaa hapo. Actually nilikaa hapo. Unajua sasa kwa soko ni ile ya there's a friend alikuwa ameniambia atanipatia space. Na that time nikaambia my sister-in-law bado tuwekange. But nikarealize sasa hapa space tena watu wanakuja wanasimama. Anaanza kuchagua ni ya nani because we are several. Mimi nikaamua asubuhi nitakuwa nikiwapelekea kwenye wanatokanga. Si jioni wanakoanga wakitoka job. Wanakuja wanachagua. Before they come here I'll go to where they work.
This is your mind. Okay.
I'm about 19.
Umetoka tu high school?
So I started hawking fruits in Kerugoya town.
Kwa
offices. Yes, offices, magarages, juu watu wako na njaa wamekaa kwa magarage.
Hauogopi wale watu wa nini watasema huyu kaka kasichana
watu
kanaharibia biashara because of course
they won't know. Simi asubuhi siendi sasa waliona nimeondokea soko yao.
Na unanunua
so hawajui.
Naenda
kununua 5 niko Karatina market. I come and repackage. Juu Karatina unachaguliwa unawekewa kwa chondoa nini. So you come and pack them. Kama unauziwa maybe like matunda 20, unauziwa kama na 20 bob. Sasa unakuja unazieka 420 hivyo. Unazipack na tukaratasi hutu tulikuwa before.
Okay.
Then naeka kwa chondo. Naenda kwa
whole Mkurugenzi that time. Man, do not
so
despise.
These people, hata waliona nimewaondokea soko, but I would go, nauza, hata nakuja nachukua za namaliza, by saa 4, saa 5, nimemaliza kuuza.
Wao wanangoja jioni. Should I call you wicked? Sorry. Because they are waiting for people to come in the evening, but it's seizing opportunities.
Because it's a big town, bado watauza tu. But mimi niliona where do I go that other people? I mean, niliona hii competition. Siwezani. Nikatafuta mahali.
You will play at the same game at different place.
Yes.
Okay.
So nikaanza kupata sasa many clients. Actually nilikuwa namaliza hata sasa na my sister-in-law also started selling fruits. Hata nilikuwa namaliza zangu. Nilikuwa nauza both. Hata nilikuwa namaliza zangu na kuja hata nachukua zake nampelekea.
Wow.
Because sasa kulikuwa
demand iko juu.
You've
actually created a space for yourself that no one else was playing in that space.
Kwanza in garages ungeenda tu umalize. Because watu wamegoja garage wako na njaa.
Haizi ngoja jioni.
And then men wanataka kupelekea their wives. Wanataka unajua sasa men hata hawana kunegotiate. Wakiona kasichana kadogo kametoka shule, unauza aje? Wanani promote.
Okay, okay.
Unakulia
good
kwa garage,
looks pia.
Kwa garage, it was easier to sell kwa garage.
Especially for men. Ladies, you hear men are good marketplace. You can sell for...
But how ndio waliniharibia biashara? Finally nilitoka kwa hiyo business.
They are good and then wamekuharibia biashara.
Because walianza kuniuliza, kwani unafikiriana ni nini siwezi enda huko soko huko na ninunue? Si mimi ndio nimekuwa nataka.
So si convenience wanaona.
Sasa walianza kuona kasichana kutoka shule. That's how I left that business. I left with their madeni zao. Juu walianza nitakulipa kesho, nitakulipa. Hey, sasa mtu ameanza kuonyesha interest. Hakulipi. Nikafunga hiyo biashara.
Okay.
So I was one of the clients nilikuwa nauzia fruits. Alikuwa natafuta mtu wa supermarket. Ni aliniajiri. From getting I can't remember very well, but I was getting good money. Juu profit ilikuwa double, but nilienda mshahara ya 1,400.
So umeachana na fruits. Umeemploywa.
Nimeona sasa huku I can't offer what survive. They want. They were my customers, they are not paying me. Nikaona niachane, nikaacha kabisa.
Okay.
Na nikasahau madeni
even
nini.
What they owed you,
yes.
you left it to them. Kasema Mungu atakulipishia. Nikaanza
kutafuta job. So nilitafuta job kwa mashule, some interviews here and there. Then huyo akasema anatafuta mtu wa kazi. Akani employ. So nilirudi chini. Nilianza 1,400.
And that 1,400 you're making it in how long when you were in business?
Like almost I would make like 5,000 per month.
Wow, so you have reduced your salary by 3 times down.
But I had to start from somewhere. Okay, me I believe even if things don't work, you can still start again. I don't believe ati juu hiyo imeisha. There are so many, that's why when you...
Lakini si kuisha ilisha ni wewe uliondokea.
But unaona ni kama ime, because sasa how do you see, I can't bow to what they are saying. Absolutely. And they are my customers. Na ndio wakuwa meme sustain your business.
Wanataka ukuwe customer wao. Okay, sawa.
So that's how, okay, me I believe, even in other, because I may not give all the ideas I've ever done, because I've done so many businesses.
Wow.
Because after that, by then nilikaa hapo. My bro huyo nilikuwa kwake akaniambia, now you niwe tu hujaienda shule hapa. Familia yetu yote you're the last born.
But si ulitoka high school kama umeenda biashara.
Sasa high school kwenda ndio akaniambia sijai, yani kwenda campus. Akaniambia wewe tu ndiye hujaienda college ama campus kwa hii familia yetu. You're still here making 1,400. Na you're the last born. Na tumeachana na my elder brother na 5 years. Akaniambia if you don't go to school you'll never go to school. Nikaambia father mimi nataka kwenda shule. That's how I came to Nairobi. But hata nikikuja sasa ile business mind ilikuwa, so nilianza kuuza lines, phones.
Okay, so
nikaendelea.
So ngoja umeresign huko ushakuja shule. And even in school you are still studying but you're still selling phones.
Sasa nilikuwa nimezoea do. Sasa kuniambia nikuje nifundishwe na hakuna kakitu kanaingia.
Na umezoea pesa from standard 1 high school. Immediately after high school you were still pursuing money.
What can I do? Idea too. Every time I used to think of ideas.
So how did these ideas come? You know, when someone maybe is in college or high school or immediately after college, they're wondering, okay, they have ideas, but how some don't even have ideas. How are you getting these ideas? Kuna moja umesema ulienda ukaona fruits were moving very very fast, and you realized, let me follow these fruits to where they're coming from. And then after following them you realize there's competition, so to beat this competition, let me now go to the source and now begin selling. Before watu wakuja kwa where they're buying, you will go to the market. You even cut the journey for people to come to the soko, and you used to make your progress. Then, of course, there were challenges that came, the people who wanted you to be their market, so you decided, I don't want that. Wacha niende ni employee. You look for a job, you got employed. Then you left that job. You are now in school. Your brother tells you to go back to school. Your parent pays for you. You are now in school. But even in school, how do you even think about the phone business, line business?
In school, I think it's what I check a lot is the solution. As I was saying,
you have so much wisdom that wisdom itakange ukae kama umetulia.
I don't know if it is the mind of Christ.
Si unasema ulifanyia watu exam form 4 na uko form 3.
Because kama uko, okay, I would say, even, of course, when you're in Christ, you have, God will even give you ideas.
Wow.
But still, you can look at the solution, as I had said last time. If you look at a problem that is there, like if you see people in school, unajua that time, phone hazikuwa, ndio zilikuwa zimeanza mobile hivi. So, and there's somebody who was selling phones, who is now my husband.
Okay.
Na mimi naona demand shule. So I had an idea, watu wanakuja, unaona one day, actually if somebody bought a phone in class, mungejua. Kuna mtu amenunua phone class. Because they were very few. So kama watu wananunua na wako hapa, sasa mimi nawaambia nauza sasa na wao. So I always see that opportunity. Because I know where they are coming from. Instead ya kuwapelekea juu wakienda huko ataangalia other shops. So mimi nawaambia nitakuletea uchague.
Just like the fruits. Msienda kutafuta, mimi wacha niwaletee hapa karibu.
So that's how I was doing it. Of course sasa unapata there are people who want cheaper ones. Nikajua hata there is a way unaweza, sijui sasa
tuambie tu.
Sijui sasa hiyo hata ni unapata there are phones which you used to go, zinaenda zinaoshwa. Sasa hiyo hata nilifanya, hiyo hata si my husband alinionyesha. I think I even started with the one which I had. Mtu anataka hii phone niko na, anataka phone kama hii. Na hafikishi bei. Namuuliza na kama ni second hand, na itakaa mpya ni sawa. Naenda naoshewa ndani na kuchejiwa cover. Mlete hiyo pesa ananipenda, enda nanunua phone nyingine.
Madam Mkurugenzi.
Especially one thing I knew, which actually today I don't do. Nowadays I'm a bit specific. Haungeniuliza unajua mahali kuna uzangu wa kitu, nitakutafutia na lazima ni make something. Unaniuliza unajua mahali naweza pata. For me that is money.
Unaangalia
ama kitu niko nayo, umeipenda. Ati I like this dress. Ulinunua wapi?
Unaona tutatengeneza pesa hapa.
Naona how much nitatengeneza.
Wow.
But nowadays nimeanza kuwa focused on
specific.
Juu nilikuwa
all over.
So that time singeweza of course hiyo time lazima ningefanya hivyo juu sikuwa hata na capital ya kuanza a certain business. But now nimeanza kuwa focused. Si lazima nikue at everything umeniuliza nita make pesa.
So now back to Mwanjari. Tumeacha when you have this idea, this idea you have prayed, it's comfortable for you to jump out. No, it's comfortable at your workplace. Zile vita ulikuwa nazo zimetulia, and God has spoken to you specifically. This is the time to launch out into Mwanjari. So how did you step out? Because you see it's risky. You're saying your husband is not at a very comfortable place. Kibaki has decided alcohol bill ndio hii. It's throwing your husband out of business. And then your dad hawezi kuambia usiache kazi. Actually you said they were even not very happy with you. So how do you jump out into this vision?
That one was pure faith. That one, there is nothing I can credit with. It was not about my own, even like my own confidence. That one I had very clearly from God that I should live and it is time. So nilienda na kama Abraham, go.
God has said go.
To the place I
will show you.
Yes.
Hata ajui Mungu amuonyeshi sahi. I will show you.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So nothing seemed to tell me go, but I went because God told me to go. And that is another thing that has kept me a lot in business now after getting born again. You see the other businesses I was doing when I was not born again. But after getting born again, it has become easier to decide. Because when I hear it's God who has told me to go, and I'm sure he has told me to go and it is time, I don't think about what other people will say. I don't think about any other thing. I know I am in the will of God, and that is what I am pursuing. And I know for sure it will succeed. Even if I may get challenges, I don't think... You see, when you're not sure, when you start getting challenges, you start wondering, am I sure I'm supposed to be here? You start now thinking of other things. But when you hear from God, you know, even if you get challenges, you know very well. You remember it is God who told me to start this. So I will succeed. So that is what has helped me. The difference between when I was not born again and when I'm born again.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
The difference is God.
Yes.
And having God involved in the journey.
Yes. And not starting and then you tell God, come. Most of the time, when I start and tell God, come, some of them don't still succeed. There are things I've done that. Nimeona this is a good idea.
God will catch up with you.
Nasema, let me go. And then I start praying. I tell God, bless my plans.
So
it is different. That is different.
How do you distinguish between a God idea and a good idea? Because you might have an idea that is a good idea.
Yes, but it's not God idea.
It's not a God idea. How do you...
God is real. God is real, and it's more real than me and you here. So, to know the will of God is not hard. When you're in prayer, God will speak to you. You will know. Like, for example, some ideas, actually, when you talk about God's idea, like Wema TV was not my idea.
Tell us about Wema TV, if you don't mind.
Wema TV, I was busy doing my businesses, Mwanjari, TMX, music.
Oh, you are a singer as well?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, not that time, not music. I had not started music. It is when I was going to do music. I went through depression, and I quit church.
You don't look like it.
Yeah. Now I'm not depressed. That time I looked like it. So when I was coming out of depression, that's another whole story. That's another. I actually shared in Conquerors.
Oh, yeah.
The Conquerors.
Yeah, viewer, you can go to the Conquerors show, find out that show.
Yes. So when God was healing me out of depression, when I was in sin, I had gone back to the world. That's when he gave me songs. I started singing, and before, I wrote, one day I wrote 2 songs. The following day I did 1 song. Not a long time from there, I dreamt. That time I didn't even know I would ever go to TV. I didn't know I would record those songs. I was so fresh, ndio Mungu amenipe nyimbo, and I've started singing them, not recording. And then I dream that I have a big meeting at Uhuru Park. Kumeja. Like, I remember when the last time I was in Uhuru Park, I think nikiwa shule, ama that time around, DJs alikuwa amekuja. Kulikuwa kumeja sana. Such a thing ndio niliona. And people were being healed, being delivered. There was a lot of people are worshiping, praying, people are being healed and being delivered. And then, I don't know how that Uhuru Park was a TV, because it was a dream. So it was that Uhuru Park, people are being healed and delivered, but it was again a TV station. A very big, like Citizen TV, like I would say the one I saw. Then I saw, but it was not like Citizen because it was deliverance and healing and all that. So when I woke up, it was so clear that this is not isi ugali nilikuwa nimekula, because I have been in all those businesses, but I have never thought about a TV. Actually, I have never. There are some things you don't even think. And about how many, not long time ago again, after that time, where I was going to church, I was prophesied the very same thing.
Wow,
By our bishop.
it was a confirmation
Yes.
of what God had spoken to you.
Yes.
You know, I remember there was something that Bishop Jakes was saying, that sometimes when we go to church,
Yeah.
we don't go to church to hear God speaking to us, because God speaks to us all this time that we are at home.
Yes.
So we are going to have a confirmation. You know, the pastor is preaching,
Yes.
and you're like, but I think that's what God has been speaking to me about.
Yes.
It becomes a confirmation.
Yes.
So it's not just preaching. He
Yes.
was specifically using
Actually,
your pastor to speak to you.
Exactly. And he was so specific. He was preaching, he was at the altar, and then he said, some of you will own TV station. I'm talking about you, Grace Kiboi. It was that specific.
Wow.
And then after
God
about
idea.
3 months, there's a preacher who came to a conference from the US. He said the same thing.
Wow.
TV station and radio station. So for me, that was not my idea. At all. That one, it's not even a God-inspired idea. You know, there's a way you can say, like Mwanjari, it was an idea given by God through inspiration. But Wema, I was not in my, si kitu alinieka in my...
It's God speaking to you.
Yes.
To the land that I will show you.
Yes. So, and now Wema is here, and I know it will be where God showed. I know what God showed me. So I know. I know where.
Actually, Habakkuk, the Bible says, write a vision, so that even the person that runs will read it, be able to read it.
Yeah.
So it's very clear.
It's very
as
clear
day to you.
And even before, actually now, when you talk about knowing where and how, before Wema, there were 2 opportunities. But one, I actually joined and we did one show. But I felt this is not what I saw.
Oh, so that was a good idea. Not a God idea.
It was a very good idea, but I felt this is not what I saw. There's another friend of mine who still wanted us to join and do a TV, and I felt completely this is not what I saw. Even the content, everything, because I know what God showed me, and if I go, I cannot go again. I know, so I have to follow what it. Yeah, so when it's from God or when you're listening to God, you will differentiate a good idea and God-given idea. Another thing, when you have ideas, so that I now talk about TMX, how I bought that idea. When you have, there are so many ideas. Personally, I'm not legit. Unajua kuna watu unajaribingi kumpe idea hataki. There's something he knows and he doesn't want to hear anything else. Me, I'm always open to ideas. I'm very open to ideas. I listen to you and then I go and think about it. I know how to do about if it's a good idea like you're saying. I can pray about it, and also I decide, am I going to come as Grace Mimi Wote? Or am I going to come as a business partner? Am I going to come as a financier?
So the ideas you have financed,
yes.
The ideas you have partnered with, the ideas that you are actually part of,
yes,
fully,
yes.
And I think we can sometimes get to know, how do you know which one that you will partner with? How do you know which one that you will invest in? How do you distinguish? I know you said you pray and God speaks to you, but how do you tell this one I'll partner?
There are some ideas you can listen to an idea. You see this is a good idea and this idea will make money. You see, when it's from God, it's not all about money. There's something that God wants you to do. Like for example, like for Wema, I did not even think if I will ever make money. For me, God told me to do this, and he showed me healing and deliverance. So it's not about money. Even if I never make any coin with Wema, I will be fulfilled because I know
this is God telling me.
I will actually put money in that idea because I am doing what God told me to do. If it ever sustains itself, well and good, but I can put even any money I get there, because I am doing what God told me to do. It is not all about money. But when it's a business idea, I look at, I have other things I'm doing. How will I run it? If I come fully, and I'm also in Mwanjari, I'm also in this and this and this, how will I be involved?
Yes.
Okay, sometimes you can get somebody who is very good, very hardworking, very experienced, but they don't have enough money. And you look at it and you see this one, this idea will go far. But you don't want to be fully involved because you don't even have time for that. Such an idea, you can buy shares in that company. So,
or even, I remember as we come to a close, I remember you telling me that even some ideas, they sound good, but you don't have the exact technical know-how.
Oh, yeah.
The end product is profitable, sounds very profitable, but like, for example, I'm not a techie.
Yeah.
But I know for sure if I partner with you and maybe we are selling loans, or maybe we are selling a particular product, you come in and I will invest in this particular venture, there's going to be outcome of money at the end.
Actually, that cuts across, whether it's in investment or even in business like land or the others. Because you see, if you're doing many businesses, you'll not be available all the time. So what you can't do, you get a professional for that area, so that you're even able to do other things. Like, for example, I am not good in media, for example. Even as I am here, I cannot do what the ones behind the scenes are doing.
Yeah, the wonderful
But
guys.
my partner, my business partner in Wema, is very good in
media.
In media. So you see now, Wema is not running behind. Actually, the Wema that you see, I would not say there is something very, like every day I am here doing the technical part. But we are doing very well because the person I've partnered with is very good in that area. And you see, like now, for example, TMX. TMX, we are a technology company. Yes. We have an app for riders. It's like Uber sort of, but now in delivery. Delivery. So you log in, you're connected to the one who's sending the parcel and all that. Then we have a shop, an online shop. So to do such apps, you don't have to be techie for you to do such apps. Yeah. You can get a technology company to do the app for you. Mostly even you can get from outside the country. They do a good app for you. Me, I am a good marketer. So if I get a person who has done the app for me, I will market it. I will market it and make money. I don't have to be because I'm doing a technology project, I have to learn technology. If I am doing, or because I am in real estate, I have to do surveying. You don't have to do
everything.
Yes.
You just do what you're good at.
Do what you're good at. Get the best people to do.
A team.
Yes, get a team. So they will do it perfectly. And I also believe in working with people who are much better than me.
Wow.
So that ile shule si kumalizia juu ya biashara, wanaleta hiyo technology, wanaleta hiyo masomo kwa.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Because if I work with people who are lower than me, then I will not go far.
So, Madam Director, I think we have to close at that.
Yeah.
There's so much, because I'm thinking we need to know how to come up, how do you put together a profitable team that is going to now run with your vision? How do you sell this vision to your people? How do you follow up and see this vision is actually getting to where that I had aspired for it to get? So I think we'll have to get another show with the permission of the producers, production team, because there's so much that you know that we can learn from. And personally, I've learned a number of things, and I truly, truly appreciate you spending time to go into. Actually, if you guys, you've noticed, our show today is a bit longer than other shows. We had to talk to the production team because we need to get a lot of information from this wonderful lady. So thank you very much for coming. It's such an honor. I'm very, very excited. And as I said, we need to get another show to finish on how to make that dream, that idea profitable. Wow. Thank you very much for sharing. I believe you guys have learned something. and we'll look forward to hearing and appreciating you for the many things that you've said to us, nice things that you've learned, and we hope that you grow and become better in what you do. Thank you very much, Madam Director.
You're welcome.
God bless you.
Amen.
Continue prospering, continue growing. I like the God aspect
Amen.
in the business.
Amen.
Good idea
Yeah.
with God in it.
Yes.
God idea.
Yeah.
God bless you. We close at that. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you again soon. And she has a show. She has the shows that she airs here. She's so humble that she's not talking about those shows. Kindly watch Teleo. There's Victoria's
Living.
there's Teleo. Kindly tell us about those shows as we
Okay,
close.
my shows are Teleo Show and Victoria's Living. You can check them on Wema TV, YouTube.
Which days?
Thursdays and Sundays.
Thursdays and Sundays.
Yeah. We teach about Christ, what Christ has done, and what you need to do as a believer to receive what Christ has already done.
Logistics, talk to her. Shamba, if you want shambas, talk to her. Content, publicity, all that, talk to her.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.